Welcome back, my viewers and subscribers. In this video, we're going to talk about why it is necessary for you to go after Lauren Pisciotta's attorney at this time. Let's talk about it, guys, shall we? Now, guys, I know you guys love to see my face. I did record this video in person, but I'm having serious allergy issues, and as such, I don't like how that recording is coming out, and I did it a few times and I didn't like it. So, I'm just using this method until tomorrow. You guys will see my face again. But I've been learning about cases, and I've been, reaching out to people who are, attorneys that I have access to, and I'm getting some information and education. Also, if you look at what Lucian Grange is doing to Little Rod at this point in time, you know that things are not looking good, because Lucian Grange is being investigated because Little Rod accused him of being Sean Diddy Combs' accomplice in racketeering and other crimes. So when you level such claims against an individual, whether they're innocent or guilty, a man of status, money, and power like Lucian Grange, naturally, he's going to go after Little Rod and his attorney, Tyrone Blackburn. And already, remember that Tyrone Blackburn has a reputation out here. There have been numerous celebrities who have accused him of filing frivolous lawsuits in order to garner public attention. And as such, Lucian Grange is making the same claims on Tyrone Blackburn. So when I tell you that things are not good for Tyrone Blackburn at this point, or Little Rod, it's not. Because what they did really was to say to, Tyrone Blackburn, listen, if you amend the lawsuit and you take out, Lucian Grange out of it because you submitted the lawsuit without doing any necessary checks. Because one of Lucian Grange's argument is that he has never been to Sean Diddy Combs' house. And the fact of the matter is, if Little Rod made that claim and he does not have enough evidence to back it up, then naturally Lucian Grange can fight back. So Lucian Grange is fighting back and say, you know what? I've never been at Diddy's house, and I'm sure he can't say he has any evidence of me being at Diddy's house. Because remember, Little Rod said Lucian Grange would go to Diddy's house, he would be locked in Diddy's room with Diddy for hours. No. What Little Rod is saying could be true, right? It could, but he doesn't have any evidence to back up his statement. And as such, this is why Lucian Grange has so much power to fight back. And not just power, he also has the money as well. So when they encourage, Tyrone Blackburn to amend the lawsuit and remove Lucian Grange and UMG, he did. However, irrespective of him doing that, because they told him, listen, if you amend the lawsuit, we're not going to come after you, okay? No, he amended the lawsuit, but when he amended the lawsuit, guess what happened? Little Rod, saying that Lucian Grange supported Diddy in crimes, it triggered an investigation against Lucian Grange. So we have the feds that is, talking to Tyrone Blackburn like, what else did Little Rod tell you about this man? Because we're going to do so Tyrone Blackburn has spoken to the feds 10 times about Lucian Grange. So you know that at this point, Lucian Grange is pissed. And his argument is, not only did Little Rod's claim basically is causing him stress, and not just stress, also causing him to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to protect his company's name. Remember Universal Music Group? It's a record label. They have a lot of artists. So Lucian Grange's argument is, not only did you affect me, you're affecting the people that I work with as well, because we represent a lot of artists. So when I tell you that it is over for Little Rod, it is over for Little Rod. It is over for Tyrone Blackburn. You're not going to see Tyrone Blackburn filing any more lawsuits anytime soon, because Lucian Grange is saying, I want back my attorney fee, plus he's moving in for other things. So Tyrone Blackburn may eventually lose his license to practice. No, not just that, because Lucian Grange, he does have a reasonable argument. So it's not as though he's making these claims, because he's wealthy and powerful. No, he's saying he lives in LA. Tyrone Blackburn filed a lawsuit in New York. And he's saying, I live in LA. Why did you take the case? If you have, accusations to be levied against me, why did you take it to New York? I'm not a New Yorker. I'm an LA citizen, so that is a violation of another jurisdiction right there. So when I say that, Little Rod and Tyrone Blackburn is in a lot of trouble. And as such, Mr. Tony Busby is looking at what happened to Little Rod, and as such, they are proceeding with caution as to how the lawsuits are filed. Now, yes, I gave you all of that backstory to get to Ye, because if you remember, Lauren Pisciotta, she accused Ye of using Yeezy Gap and Yeezy Adidas resources to traffic women into the United States. And Lauren Pisciotta also accused Ye of sending her inappropriate text messages repeatedly. And she did not submit any ounce of proof to what she's leveling against him. She also claimed that, remember, she told us that years ago, she was assaulted by Ye. No. We know that one of the big questions is going to be, how is it that you were drugged and assaulted by someone, but then you chose to go into his building to work for him? So that's another red flag right there. She also accused Ye of drugging her, but then proceeds to say she was handed a cup and they were told if they were not going to drink, they should leave. No, the cup was not handed to her by Ye. So the question is, how did she know that Ye was the one who drugged her? Is it that she assumed Ye was the one who drugged her because he assaulted her? There's nothing to back up her claim. So when you think about her claims from a logical perspective, she is definitely telling a lie, and a lawyer should not file a lawsuit leveling all those claims against an individual unless they have some kind of evidence or unless it's cognizable enough. Lauren Pisciotta's claim, definitely not cognizable, because you're not gonna work for someone who assaulted you years ago, and irrespective of the person drugging and assaulting you, you go to work for them. That's not making any sense. Not only that, after she was terminated from Yeezy, because Ye's accountant told him to terminate Lauren Pisciotta because she was being abusive to him in the sense that she was taking disadvantage of his kindness. She asked for $1 million salary increase, and that's $1 million a month, okay? Not a year, $1 million on what she was already being paid. Now, if someone assaulted you years ago, and let's say you do go back to work for them, you do go to work for them because, you're desperate, you need to have a source of income and all of that, right? The moment that individual starts sending you inappropriate messages, you're gonna submit a letter of resignation and you're gonna take legal actions, right? No, Lauren Pisciotta did not take any ounce of legal actions until Ye completely cut her off from everything. And that's the point we're in. When she realized Ye had cut her off, Ye's not talking to her anymore. That's when she decided that she was going to take legal actions against him. No, not just that. Miss Lauren Pisciotta claimed that after she filed a lawsuit against Ye, there were numerous people. Now, guys, as I was saying, she claimed that after she filed the lawsuit against Ye, there were numerous, there was someone harassing her. No, she claimed that she would get random pizza delivery. Someone had reported that there was a gas leak at her building. The emergency team had to come to her building and all of that. Irrespective of these claims, she hasn't submitted any shred of evidence proving any pizza delivery at her door. She also did not submit any shred of evidence that there was an emergency team at her house. And Lauren Pisciotta is a clout chaser. If that event did happen, she would be glad to record it. She would have come in live to show people what was going on. But the mere fact that she cannot provide anything to back up her claim, she cannot provide a shred of text message, the lawsuit is frivolous. She had so many text messages, right? She could tell them. And this is what I want people to really think about. She could tell her attorney in the lawsuit, word for word, what Ye said to her that was inappropriate, she could tell them in the lawsuit, word for word, exactly what Ye said to Bianca about Bianca's mom. But irrespective of her having everything word for word, she could not submit not even a screenshot of such text message. How did she remember all of that? And if you remember all of that, you have to have the message, right? So if you had all of that, if you have all of that evidence, why not submit that evidence to back up your statement? And the mere fact that she's not able to provide any of the evidence to support her claims, you know that she's telling a lie. And as such, no lawyer should be filing a lawsuit with such heavy claims, those text messages, and not including such text messages. No, why was the text messages omitted? Why was the original text messages omitted? It's because Lauren Pisciotta was flirting with Ye. That's the reason why the original text messages are omitted and they're not available to the public. She wants to, make that man seem as though he's a predator. But the fact of the matter is he's no predator. Who knows this better than anyone? Lauren Pisciotta knows that she's lying on Ye. She's just looking for, a quick payday, and as such, she's not thinking about Ye's image or reputation. She doesn't care what she does to his image, likeness, or reputation. And as such, Ye should not care about her or her attorney either. In cases such as these, it warrants enough for you to go after her attorney's license. And I believe that he should do this in order to make an example of people. But knowing Ye, he's too much of a nice guy. He's not going to do this, because no way a lawyer should submit a lawsuit with those claims and not include the text messages. Lawsuits can be filed without evidence, but it has to be cognizable enough. In this case, Lauren Pisciotta's claims is not cognizable enough, because if you remember those text messages word for word, that means you have them on your phone. If you have them on your phone, why didn't you include copies of those text messages? It was easy. Screenshot, send to printer, print, could have been included in the lawsuit. The mere fact that those were taken out of the equation is evidence to substantiate that she had a relationship with Ye. Many people may not want to hear this, but she did have a relationship with him. And her hiding the messages definitely proves that. And that's all I have to say about that for this video. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, thumbs up, subscribe, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye guys.